Alright, well, thanks a lot for stopping by at another one of my episodes. My name's Jody Matoma, if you're not familiar with me, and today I'm going to show you some recent sales that happened. Latest one being January 9th, and the earliest one being January 19th. So, well, let's jump into those, into that 10-day span. So now you can see my screen. So I'm also going to let you know at the end which of these sales were part of my most recent batch of items that I picked up at the Goodwill bins. I picked up 226 things for 65 Canadian dollars, and I expect to sell everything all said and done for 5,900 Canadian dollars. So far I've made some great sales. I've already received my money back times 2, 3, times 5 or 6 probably at this point. So the initial $65 investment. So let's just jump into it. So here's one of my better sales of the bunch. This was part of the Goodwill bins haul, and as you can see, it went for 95 bucks. So this would have cost me about $1 at the Goodwill bins, maybe even less than that. Next up, this was also part of the last Goodwill bins haul. I was expecting this to probably sell for maybe 10-15 bucks. Honestly, I was expecting 15, but I'm pretty sure I put this up for 20 bucks. Or I'm not sure if I put it up for 25, but I'm pretty sure I put it up for $20, and then somebody just bought it outright. And this would have cost me literally like 35 cents probably to pick up at the bins. This was also part of the last haul, Goodwill bins, and this would have cost me 5 cents, maybe 6 cents, and sold for 20 bucks US on Poshmark. This is a crop top, like a scrub top for like, hospitals and that. This was not part of the last haul. I had this up for probably about a year now, and so I just sold for $12. So I would have got this at the Goodwill bins. I wouldn't pick this up anywhere else except for the Goodwill bins, so I paid probably maybe 10-15 cents for that. North Face, this was part of my last listing fest, I guess you could call it. It wasn't part of the Goodwill bins haul, but I had listed it up at the same time as that Goodwill haul. So it's been up for about, it took just over a week to sell, I'm pretty sure. So this this would have been probably picked up at a Goodwill thrift store, not the bins. So I might have paid $6 for this. If I had to guess, it probably about $6, and I got 22 US for it on Poshmark. Here's a John Deere hat. I got at the bins, 10 cents, and sold for $9. Nothing big there, but hey, it is what it is. With hats, because I sell so many and they're very cheap for me to pick up, I don't mind accepting $9 for a hat every now and again. So usually they sell for around 15, and then some will go for 20, 25, 30. I even sold one for $37 US, and another one for 50 US, and these are used hats. So, I went too far. This one, Under Armour, this was part of my last Goodwill bins haul, and so I would have paid about, 30 cents, 35 cents, and sold for 10 bucks. I was expecting this to go for about 15, but I think somebody offered 10 and I just took it because, as you know, I paid 30 cents. This is a Burton hoodie, really warm, probably 3 times as warm as this Adidas that I'm wearing right now. But picked this up at my last Goodwill bins haul, so 2 weeks ago, or just over 2 weeks ago, and so I would have paid probably about $1 because it's a lot heavier, and because the inside was, let's see here, can you zoom in? Yeah, the inside's like sheep almost, not sheep for real, but it's like that kind of feeling, as you can see here. So yeah, and it was a size small. So anyway, that sold for 30 bucks. 30 bucks. So that was a good sale. That's a decent sale for $1 to 30. Callaway visor, this was not part of my last haul. Had this for, at least 7 or 8 months, probably a year, and sold for 10 bucks. But I would have paid like 5-10 cents for that at the Goodwill bins. This is just some vintage Sylvia Mark. It's a Canadian brand. I don't know the brand, but I actually got this at Curiosity Incorporated. He lives in Edmonton. This is where I live, and he's got about like 250,000 followers on YouTube, and he owns a vintage antiques shop. He just moved to a new place, and it looks great. Curiosity Incorporated. If you should check him out if you haven't heard of him. So I picked up 3 things when I went to his old shop about a year and a half ago, or 2 years ago, and I picked up a New Kids on the Block vintage T-shirt, and then I think it was a Tasmanian Devil, or yeah, Taz. I'm pretty sure it was a Taz. No, it was a Roadrunner. Wild E Coyote. That took a while. I probably cut the video, but that took me about just like 30 seconds just sitting here trying to think about that. Wild E Coyote. So I bought those 2, and they were $5 a piece. And then I went to pay, and then we were talking and that, and I told him, like, I watch him on YouTube and all this, and we were chatting for about a good half hour, 45 minutes. Well, yeah, about half hour. And but anyway, when it came to cashing out, he said, go back upstairs and grab something else, and we'll just add it to the bundle. And so I paid $10. So I paid $10 for the 2 shirts, and then I added this in for free. And so I made $36 off of this. So that was nice. So that was from free to $36. So that was a good one. Okay, moving on. This is a Helly Hansen Balaclava. Very good for the northern states, I guess. Where did this go? It doesn't say here. But, so yeah, Helly Hansen, if you don't know it, is a Bolo brand. They make a lot of warm clothing. And they really do, yeah, workwear and good for the winter and all that. But I picked this up for this probably would have been about 20, maybe a quarter, like 25 cents. And so I got 20 out of that. And this was at the Goodwill bins, my last haul. This was an older hat, so this has been up for about 8 or 9 months, and I might have paid like $2 or $3 for this at a Goodwill thrift store, but sold it for $12 US. It was actually a soft hat too, and really nice. LRG's a Bolo brand, but yeah, see a nice wool, and then it had metal thing on the back there. It was a nice hat, but it didn't sell for as much as I would wish. $12. This was at a Goodwill thrift store 7 or 8 months ago, but I had put it up at the same time as my Goodwill bins haul. So I had this like little death pile of like a garbage bag full of clothing that I put up at the same time as my Goodwill thrift haul. So 226 items plus whatever 30 other items or something. And so this is like the third or fourth thing to sell from that second death pile I had before the Goodwill bins. And so I probably would have paid about $11.99 or $12.99 if I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm assuming it was around there. And so it sold for $40 US. Sorry, I wasn't even showing the oh yeah, it's got the flip cuffs. And so that didn't take long to sell at all, so only a couple weeks. Could have got more if I held up for a better offer, but because I had it up probably for 60 or 70 just to accept offers that come in. I always price things higher than you would expect. This I had for over a year. I got this at Plato's Closet, 90%, no, not 90% off sale. Well, I was there for the 90% off sale, but only certain items were on 90% sale. Other items were full asking price as usual. So this is something I paid full price for, which was $10 Canadian, because I thought it would do better than it did. Only got 14 US for it, so not quite a loss, but not a gain at all. So just a nice Helly Hansen. So Helly Hansen once again. This is just starter jacket, $9. I had this for over a year, like a year and a half probably, and nobody was buying it. So somebody offered $9. I probably had it up for like 15, $20 at this point because nobody was buying it, and so I accepted $9. I don't even care. Get it out of here. This was part of the last Goodwill bins haul, so 10 cents, and it even had new tags. And I had it for $25 US, but somebody offered 10, so I took 10 because I paid 10 cents. This was also part of the last haul, so I paid 10 cents, sold for $7. Nothing special, but it's a nice little bread and butter item, I guess. This I put up at the same time as my last haul, but it wasn't part of the haul, so same thing as usual. And so this sold for $50, and it's a Lululemon top, zip up. It's not a hoodie. And yeah, Lululemon always does very well. This was, yes, this was part of my last Goodwill bins haul, so 5-10 cents. It's a visor, Tim Hortons workwear, so straight from the Tim Hortons. And so yeah, got $12 for that. So somebody paid $12 US for this. See, people will buy workwear. It's crazy. It's awesome. And this sold. A lot of people gave me tips on my last video in the comments regarding the haul of where I picked up this jacket on how to clean it. I was going to get to cleaning it eventually, but I decided to put it up with the stains for $125, and I was going to get OxyClean or whatever. You know, there was multiple things that people had said, and I was eventually going to do all that, but I couldn't do it immediately, so I put it up, and I was going to raise the price like what, $175 maybe, but I never even came to that because with the stains, as you can see in the description, this jacket is in fair condition. Everything looks great except for some markings found just below the FXR outdoor chest logo on front. Take a look at the detailed photos, and as you can see, I didn't try to hide it. It's right there. I even made second photo was a zoom in right there, so there's the stains right there. Two little things here, something right there, and that's it. And so I found this at Goodwill bins, if you're not aware. So I probably paid about $1.50, $1.75, something like that, and that was the only flaw in the entire jacket. And these go for about $200, $300, $400 brand new. FXR is a Bolo brand, so if you don't know this company, make sure if you see it in the wild, pick it up if you get it for very cheap. So yeah, I didn't even get an offer. Somebody straight up bought this for 125 US dollars, and I paid $1.75 Canadian, or like $1.30 US. So that was an incredible flip, and it happened very quickly. Sold 2 days ago, and I put it up like 2 weeks ago. So 10, 11 days. I was just really happy about that. Keep in mind, like I said, I paid 65 Canadian dollars for my entire haul of 226 things. It was 238 things, but I gave away 12 toques to the homeless shelter. But so 226 things, 65 bucks. This coat was one of those things. Average cost per item was 21 cents. I made when you make the conversion here, it's about 125, 130 Canadian dollars after all is said and done here. Because after fees, as you can see here, my earnings 100 bucks US. So that's about 125, 130 bucks Canadian. So I doubled my initial investment on these 226 items on one jacket. So the other 225 things are pure profit, and I already doubled my initial investment. It's crazy. I cannot praise the Goodwill bins enough, and they are getting so much busier than they used to be. I haven't gone in like 9, 10, 11 months or something like that. I don't know. It's been a long time. And then 3 weeks ago I went, which is what I'm talking about with all these recent things I put up. And the difference of how many people that go to the Goodwill bins just within that 9, 10 month period is substantial. When I was going 9, 10 months ago, there'd be 5 or 6 people in the building at one time. Some would leave, some would come back, some would leave, some would come back. 6, 7 people that are not employees. Now, when I went back 2, 3 weeks ago, there was like, I'm just trying to picture it, there was about 25 people in the building at the same time, at all times. People leaving, coming in. So it more than doubled in popularity in just that few months' time. And the Goodwill bins here are brand new as well. Not brand new at this point, but I had learned about the Goodwill bins 1 year into the, like when it was 1 year old is when I learned about it even existing here. And that's when I started getting into reselling, I guess, or something. I did more research and figured out that the Goodwill bins are a thing, and I actually had one local, which is crazy to me and that was the first Goodwill bins to open up in the entire Alberta, right here in Edmonton. And amazing. I would not be where I am if it wasn't for the Goodwill bins, I'll tell you that. Amazing place to source, if you I'm telling you. Alright, moving on. Second last item. This is an Adidas. As you can see, there's no capital A here because I know that Adidas is literally one of the only companies that does not actually have a capital A at the front. No matter where you put it, as you can see, beginning of a title, doesn't matter. Beginning of a sentence, never capital A. Don't ask me why, but it's for real. You can search it up if you want to. Anyway, random fact right there. But this was part of my last Goodwill bins haul. It's a 5XL. It's a 5 extra large or 5XL polo shirt, and so I would have paid probably 50 cents for this, and sold for 18 bucks US. So that's not bad at all. And hello. And the last thing, oh, okay. So this sold yesterday. It's just a Roots. This is like the size of your credit card. There's a zip up. It's probably for headphones, to be honest, but or something. I don't know what it's for real, but there it is. There, a little soft interior with some elastics, and sold for $5 US. So I made $2.05 off of that, and I probably paid 5 cents for that at the Goodwill bins. Next time I'll just leave something like that behind because it's not worth my time for $2. So, but yeah, that was the entire. How many things that I just here? Let me now also just real quick get rid of the things that were. I don't know why this thing just decided to stop. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. That's why. Okay. So I'm going to keep everything that was part of my last Goodwill bins haul and remove the things that were not part of my last Goodwill bins haul. Alright, so here is everything that sold from my prior Goodwill bins haul, 226 things. Paid 65 bucks for everything. So let's pull up the calculator here. So we have 95. Okay, let's go to the earnings at first. That's $76 earnings there. And we have $16 earnings there. And there's there. $5 right there. $7 there. There's $4 right there. 16. 7. And $4 down there. $9 right there. $9 and lastly, $14.40 earnings there. So $295.65 earnings in the first 11, 12 days or something like that from putting up my prior Goodwill bins haul. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 things there. If you want to do 12 times 21, can I do that? Yeah. Alright, so $2.52 we need to remove, because that is my literal cost of goods. And that's actually Canadian. It's actually $1.93. So 295.65 minus $1.93. Almost useless to even include. $293.72 profit after fees, after cost of goods, in just 11 or 12 days. Now, that's not too damn bad. $293.72 USD to CAD for my Canadian neighbors is just shy of $400. $383 is what I made in the 11-12 days there. So I'm very excited about that, and that definitely helped with my sales pickup. I mean, it helped my sales pickup. So I'm actually planning on going to the bins yet again here any day now, probably in a couple days, and do it all over again. Spend 50, 60, 70 bucks, whatever it ends up being, and get that shit listed, and just 10, 20 times my money. So there's the proof there. I didn't want to, keep you guys in the darkness or whatever. So even in just these two things alone, this FXR jacket and this Machino belt, $176 US I made from these two things, and I only paid 42 cents for those two things. If you take my, the jacket was like I'm just gonna stop talking now. I hope you guys understand what I mean. In reality, it was closer to like $3 for these two things, but if you take my overall throughout the 226 things, each thing cost 21 cents. So thanks to all my buyers, as usual. Always thank you to all my buyers, even though probably zero of you guys even watch this, but you guys are awesome. All my watchers, speaking of you guys are awesome. Really appreciate each and every one of you guys. And look at this, like, things have been going amazingly for me for the past month or so. I got a nice little spike in viewers and subscribers. Now sitting at 791 subscribers on YouTube. So almost at the 800 mark now, let alone that 700 mark. So I just blew past 700, and I just want to say thank you very much, all of you, no matter what you're following me for, because I know I have several different journeys I'm going on here. And, but, yeah. I have a piano progress video that I'm working on here soon. It won't be nearly as boring as my first video, and it won't be nearly as long as my first video. As you can see, that one was 40 minutes long. The next ones will probably be like 15 minutes long, maybe. I won't be showing so much. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, guys. And if you haven't seen the actual haul that I'm talking about in this video, it's right here. I still have it pinned at the top, but it probably won't be pinned at the top when you see this video, because that's going to be this video pinned at the top. So you can just go into uploads here, scroll there, it's going to be right there probably, or you can scroll down here, and as you can see, I have all my things set in categories or whatever you call this. So all my Canadian Reseller Roundtable, that's me, Cliff, and Chris. Chris is in Toronto. Cliff here is about an hour and a half southeast of me here in Alberta, and so Cliff and Chris, that's Boondock Mercantile and Thrift Beast CQ. We're gonna have a weekly resellers roundtable, as you can see here, and we're just gonna chat for about 1 hour to 1.5 hours. We're gonna stay within that range at all times, so that it's good for like replay value. We know people don't watch really long live shows after the fact, but we would love to have you guys join us on our shows. So it's gonna happen every Tuesday at 7:30 Mountain Standard or 9:30 Eastern Standard. Yeah, I'm gonna just stop talking now. Thanks guys for watching. Really appreciate you guys. I always appreciate all of you. And I probably could have did this a while back, but thank you guys for being here, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.